November 27th. That's my birthday. November 27th is my birthday. And this year, that poor guy, he has given me an early birthday present. I was so very happy to see. As it turns out, that poor guy, last night, I don't know what today's date is. 18th, I suppose, February. It's a Sunday. Great Sunday, Mike. Last night, that poor guy was over there somewhere that I know. He was in Michigan, and he's talking to these people, and it seemed like there was a lot of rabble going on while he was talking, not like the quiet that all his followers just adore him within. They just do it quietly until he finally says the word bullshit, and they go, ah, and it makes him happy because, well, he thinks that means they like him. They don't know what they like. If he turns on them, they're not going to care about him either. But yeah, I'm watching him in this thing with the flags behind him, the way it always looks, and it opened something up in my mind because he had gloves on. He had a pair of black gloves, and he's talking, and he's saying stuff. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Yeah, you know. And I'm sitting there going, it must be cold in there. And what it amounts to is it brought us to a realization. Because I mentioned to Victoria, I said, look, he's cold. And she's like, she looks it up that he was there and he gave me my birthday present early. And she comes up with pictures because it said Waterford Township. And she's telling me, she says, hey, that's where basketball players fly into when they're playing in Detroit. It's kind of a private airport. And that's where they're, and I looked and I said, if he's in Waterford Township at the airport there, I said, he's got gloves on. That means he's cold. I said, they're probably doing this in an airport hangar. And she looked it up. And he was. He's just in a warehouse doing this thing. And she saw pictures of the people with the fences around the airport. Like, and it made me think of The Walking Dead in like season 2 or 3 when they took over that prison and all the zombies would be outside the fence line going, And I said, oh my good golly. And she looked it up. And it was in an airport hangar. You fucking guy out there in the cold, everybody freezing their ass off in February in Michigan. I love you. Why don't you love me back? What have you done for me lately? And it's just so beautiful to me. Between Victoria and I, all we need is a couple clues, and we can figure out where that poor guy is. He's in the fucking airport warehouse giving some speech to a bunch of megalomaniacs, but it wasn't all megalomaniacs because there were people in there that were just giving him shit all along, quietly. I could tell, and it was like there were too many people giving him shit. Rabble, while he's trying to talk, for him to just turn and say, get him out of here, because there might not have been enough supporters of his there to get rid of the people that didn't like him. And then he gave me my early birthday present. He told him, be sure you don't forget to vote on November 27th. And I'm like, 27th? Thank you, poor guy. He's gone ahead and told all these megalomaniacs that believe every damn thing he says to vote on November 27th. That's after the election altogether. So if they show up late, well, they'll probably show up with pitchforks and torches just so they can say they got cheated, that it's all against them. And why are they treating our poor guy so bad? He told us to vote on the 27th of November. That's when you're supposed to vote. That's what he said. Why don't you listen to him? He's so smart. Happy birthday.